I first want to bring up that it is Suits and Sneakers Week, Coaches versus Cancer. I think it's a great organization. It's one time our coaches really come together, NABC, Coaches Association, and all the coaches. And since Norm Stewart, Coach Boeheim, whatever it is, 27 years ago, raised millions and millions of dollars that have made a difference in a lot of people's lives for research, for awareness, and for advocacy. And I just want to bring it up. Normally it's suits and sneakers, but obviously I know Buzz wore a suit today at least half the game. But the mask was one way we could get it out there. So I wanted to make sure I brought that up because it is important. And I know we're in the middle of a COVID pandemic and we've lost a lot of lives there, but cancer doesn't stop. And we got to make sure that, that we are paying attention, that we're aware that I know I've talked to several doctors, radiologists, and they're really afraid that because of the pandemic, we're going to lose the death rate from cancer is going to jump where it had been going down because people did not get to the hospital or were afraid to go to the hospital. And so hopefully this just brings a little awareness. I'm proud of our guys. Obviously, we came to win the game. We battled. We gave ourselves a chance. The beginning was not pretty. I thought we finally got things settled down. We made some shots. Obviously, Nigel was special to go 8 for 14 from 3. And he kept coming up with big plays for us to keep us in the game and give us a chance. I thought Davion was very good, and then I thought Mike McGurl, did what he needs to do, and 10 points, 6 assists, and did some good things. It would have been nice if we get a few other guys to make a few shots. That would have helped, but we didn't do that. But we did execute till down the stretch, and obviously that we haven't been in a close game in a while, and we lost the ball a couple times. We didn't execute when it mattered. And then they did. I thought their older guys were, every time we pushed it or gave ourselves a chance. I thought Flagg, who's a senior that we played against, Chandler actually was a starter, has been a starter for a while, stepped up. And then Miller's a good, really good, solid player. Those guys were good for them. So Dejuan, I know he's getting x-rays right now. He wanted to watch the game. Just hope and pray it's not a fracture, but we'll see what happens with him. But our other guys stepped in. I thought Antonio was really good, gave us a nice boost off the bench, gave us some consistency, which we need out of him. There's just not much you can say. I asked them to come with the right attitude. I thought they were pretty focused. Despite what we've gone through, I thought defense was going to be important. I told them not 25 at halftime. We held them to 24. Our defense did break down a little bit in the second half. We talked about playing harder than them. We won the play hard chart for the first time in 5 games, which gave us a chance. And then we said, share the basketball and help your teammates get open shots. And I thought we did that. You got 15 assists. Only 11 turnovers, which gives you a chance. Still, even some of those, probably, if we could cut back a few more of those, it might help us. But sad for our guys. That's all. I don't know what else to say.
Thank you, Coach. We'll go to questions. The first question to Tim Fitzgerald.
First, Coach, thanks for the comments about cancer. You seem to move the ball better today. Was it moving the ball better today that led to some better looks at 3, or did it all kind of go hand in hand once the 3 started going for Nigel? They moved the ball better.
One, we executed, and we're not very good in that in between that transition where it's 5 on 4, 4 on 3. We don't make very good decisions. We try to force things. I tried to call a lot of plays and sets to kind of get them in, get it either to look inside or get Nigel coming off some screens and then play off of that. I thought even the ones we missed, there were several of them that were pretty open, and I think the ball movement was important. I didn't realize we took 35 threes, to be honest. Until after the game. It's too many. We got to be a little more patient. I know some of them are late in shot clocks, but we got to get to the free throw line. And I thought we did go inside sometimes, but we probably didn't enough. But their defense forced us to keep moving the basketball. We played off of that and looked more like a team, to be honest. And that you feel like you had some that they were coached a little bit, but we need some other guys to make shots. If Nigel's 8 for 14, the rest of the guys from 3 are 2 for 21. And I think Mike has 2 of those. So the rest of the guys are 0 for 14. And you got to have somebody else step up and make one of those or a couple of those that might have changed the game.
And what changed about the pressure that seemed to really get you in the last couple of minutes?
I don't think, if you go back and look at it, we lost the ball a couple times. Probably, haven't been in the situation. Their pressure was there the whole game. And some of it is just to disrupt you and not let you get in our sets. I thought we did a pretty good job sometimes attacking it and other times getting into our stuff. Our goal was to keep them in the 50s. Obviously to get the 68, if we keep them in the 50s and we get 61, we win. So a few breakdowns there. They points off turnovers. We have 11, they have 9. So fast break points 2-2. So pretty controlled game. Both of us scoring in the paint. Second chance, we probably, we had a lot more of those. So, being in there. Luke has a wide open 3. I don't know if he should take it or not. He takes it. If it goes in, it's a great shot. It doesn't go in, now go down, and then they get another bucket. So they make the plays and we don't.
And one final thing for me, with everything that happened in the second half, we kind of forget about how important Antonio Gordon was in that first half. And did he kind of keep you in it at a point where it could have gotten away?
There's no doubt. I thought, we gave a couple other guys the looks off the bench early, and then we gave Tone the look. And, I thought he showed great maturity and gave us some consistency. And he did a really nice job. Just a good line, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds. Again, if he makes one of those threes, it helps. But I thought he was very, very important for us. The foul trouble obviously hurt.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay. Next question to John Kurtz.
Yeah, Bruce, what to you made the biggest difference in just seeming to get more energy and efforts today than earlier this week out of your team?
I think we just went up against Tom Izzo called me, and I don't know if I told you guys, he said God couldn't have beat Baylor the other night. We went up against a team that's really, really good. They got on a roll. They made all the threes. They broke our spirit. There's no doubt about that. But I think we came into it with a pretty good mindset. We just didn't. They're just really, really good. And we're not at that level right now. And then when they make shots like that, it's really tough. So I think, we keep talking to our guys about, I tell them I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep coaching them. I'm going to keep trying to inspire them. I'm going to try to keep them playing hopefully the right way. I thought we played the right way today. We just didn't find a way to win the game.
And how much of a difference for Nigel do you think it made, just the fact that he was able to have a game earlier this week to get his legs back under him? Is that why we saw so much better performance out of him?
And he's dead. One time he sat at the end, and I think he lost the ball and then stole the ball back, and I thought something was wrong, and he just said, "Coach, I need a breath." And we had already used our last timeout, so it just, you got to give him a lot of credit. He was special today. This is with 3 practices and 1 game, and then he can step up. And that's, when people said, what happened to you over those few weeks? I told you guys that, I think it's pretty obvious. Nigel gives a lot of good things to us. We just need some other guys to step up and not have to put so much pressure on him.
Appreciate it, Bruce. Thanks.
Okay. Next question to Kellis Robinette.
I know it's maybe some out of necessity with Deshaun going down, but Luke plays 18 minutes, no points. That's kind of been his line going, for a while now. What do you kind of stress with him that you want him to do during games? What can you bring this
I think just be solid. It would obviously he came in as a shooter. It's nice if he makes one of those open threes. But again, this is somebody did not even practice with us for the first, 5 months here on campus. So you stuck him in a game last week or 2 weeks ago with 4 practices. Actually, we left it up to him because our trainer really didn't want him. He thought he shouldn't be in the game, but I thought what does it hurt? Allow him to have some chance to get some minutes. It's all new to him. He's a freshman, and if he can make some shots and be solid in other ways, it definitely would help.
And when the score was tied 60-60, I think Nigel calls the timeout. You have the inbounds play.
Yep.
What did A&M do there to get in the way of that?
Well, they switched it, and we said they're going to switch it now, get the ball to Davion. We just wanted to get it in and then run a play. And then on the handoff, they overplayed it, and it was a little bad handoff flip. Mike lost the ball. They got the ball, went down. Mike fouled on the dunk, and that was, obviously it didn't go well. So, and that's where Davion's got to learn. He gets a little guy on him, learn how to seal and post. It's happened a few times now. It's something, again, we talk about, but there's only so much time to work on things during the day and keep their attention. And you hope I guess they got to go through some of this to figure it out. And we just got to keep helping them.
All right. Thanks, Bruce.
Next question to Michael Goins.
Yeah, Bruce, is Selden Miguel kind of getting too sped up on too many occasions and just kind of needs to.
Yeah, he wants to do something all the time. And obviously, again, we cut it down to 11 turnovers and he has 4. And he's just got to find a niche. It's different. The college basketball is way different. It's not free flowing and open and just kind of go when you want. And, he's frustrated. He's disappointed. And last year if you look it up, he might've been a 42% 3-point shooter. And it was one thing I thought at least, I thought that's what he would give us a little bit. And he has not shot it well. And I know he cares. You talk about his dad has cancer and he hasn't seen him in 2 years. So you think about a young man that's, in a whole nother country, has not seen his family in over 2 years and dad's battling cancer. So it's not easy on him. And he wants to do well. He cares. And we can get after him. He's one guy we can get after and he deals with it okay. I just hope he can figure out his niche here. He's getting a lot of experience and figure out a little niche here as we move forward.
And you mentioned not being in this position in a while. Does it take closing out one of these to kind of reestablish a winning mentality?
Hopefully. I was hoping it would go our way. Sometimes you need balls to bounce your way. It's things that happen. We just haven't had many things go our way this year. And again, all you just, whether you read Bible verses or you talk to the guys and help them and, adversity, dealing with it, if it doesn't kill you, all it can do is make you better and stronger. And, today another thing happens with Dejuan and, I don't know what to say. It's just all we can do. I'm proud of our guys. They kept battling, fighting, hoping that we found a way to win for their sake because they deserve to win it. Now we go to Kansas. We got to come with the same mentality. Hopefully we'll do that. And it's good. We know it's going to be a tough game.
Thank you, Bruce.
Next question to Cody Friesen.
Hey, Coach. I'm looking at the play hard chart. Deshaun's the highest scoring guy by a pretty significant margin. How big was it losing him today and then potentially down this gauntlet of Big 12 play?
Yeah, I mean, he's, if you look at the play hard numbers, I don't know if they released them or not, but it's on our board in our locker room, and he's like ahead by 40. And then, no one's even close to him. So it's something that I wish he would take more pride in, because you don't get publicity for it, but it makes a difference in the game. So, and I keep telling other guys, you want to contribute to the game. These are things you can do, taking a charge. He also leads us in taking charges, the loose balls, deflections, offensive rebounds, all those things can be a difference maker in the game. But hopefully some of the other guys will take pride. It does make a difference not to have Dejuan, his energy, his life. But we found a way to stay close, to be in it. We had a 6-point lead second half. Just I thought it would be a grind out game. I thought we'd find a way to win at the end, but obviously I was wrong.
Next question to Grant Flanders.
Hey, Coach. It might have been a reason that you've already brought up, but Selton needing to find a niche. Is that part of the reason why Casey Iziagu's been starting with Bradford there?
They've come, Casey, Davion, we thought maybe give us a different look, take advantage of it. I thought we went to Casey early. He didn't finish. Again, he didn't play for 7 weeks. He hasn't practiced, a handful of times, and I told him, this is not easy. You're playing against good players, and you got to get your rhythm back. And, but we're just trying, I guess, ease a little pressure on Selton and some of the other guys, Antonio, maybe those other guys step up and then maybe make them accountable too. Hey, we're going to play other guys. If you don't get things done, we're going to play the other guys. And it was, I guess for A&M's credit, they went small several times and really just played 2, 3, 4 guys and tried to take advantage, and they did in that one little stretch, which probably made a difference in the game.
And then without your leader, like a Dejuan, possibly out for the next game, how do you get these young guys ready for, such a rivalry like Kansas heading to Lawrence?
I think I just told them, I'm proud of them. Come with the same attitude, come with the same determination on the defensive end, play hard. And if we execute and then somebody else steps up and makes some shots, who knows? A lot of things can happen. I think the score was 19-18 TCU Kansas at halftime the other day. So a lot of craziness happens, and who knows? We'll see how we do.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
Okay, we'll do one last question to Ryan Black.
Hey, Bruce, I know like you mentioned that Dejuan is getting x-rayed, but at least do you know what kind of injury it is? Some kind of leg or knee or?
Casey landed on him when I think he went to block the shot, or I can't remember, or he went in for the layup, and then Casey was trying to follow up, and I think from what I asked Dejuan at halftime, he landed on him. That's what he thought happened, at least. I don't know. I haven't watched the video. And then, Casey's a pretty good, strong, heavy guy that we land on a foot. Who knows what happens? But, just hope it's just a sprain. But we'll see. I'll probably know here shortly. I know they just went across the street, so.
Well, and just I guess as follow-up, I know, like you said, you'll have more clarity after that. But I guess, are you kind of already in your mind assuming he's not going to be ready for Tuesday?
I would doubt it. He couldn't even walk on it. They put him in the boot, and but he also the last time. This is the other foot that he hurt in the last time. So this was his good foot. But the last time him and Luke worked 6-8 hours a day, and he got back in a week. So, so we just hope for his sake that maybe something good happened and it's not a fracture.